Manchester United away at Crystal Palace. On paper, not too difficult of a match for Manchester United. Crystal Palace haven't been in the best of forms of late. They picked up a little bit the last couple of games, but they did go on about a 5 or 6 game winless streak where they lost all of them. And then they picked up a bit the last couple of games. They're scoring a few goals, but they're also letting goals in, which hopefully will be good for Manchester United because we haven't been scoring too many ourselves in a lot of games lately, have we? But we got the vital victory against Tottenham. I thought the top 4 chances had completely gone away. They probably still are pretty slim this season with the results that we've slipped up in. I just don't think that the likes of Tottenham, Man City, Liverpool and Arsenal are going to slip up in those sort of games that we've slipped up in consistently. But we put ourselves a bit in the mix with 3 teams, Tottenham, Liverpool and Man City, all slipping up this weekend. Well, we beat Tottenham to slip them up and the other 2 fucked up themselves, dropping points. So we've made ground on 3 teams that were above us, which is vital. We've got to now kick on. I said this before before the Arsenal game. I think we beat Swansea, and I said we've got to get on and win the next 2-3 games. You can't be winning one game, drawing another couple, winning one, drawing another couple, losing one, and that you've got to be winning 4 or 5 games on the trot. If you want to get in the top 4, you've got to be fairly consistent over the season. You can't be dropping stupid points, and this is a game where we have to win. Crystal Palace are down near the bottom. I don't care if it's away from home, we've got to be getting the 3 points. That is why I wasn't getting carried away with that Tottenham one, because another stupid draw in this game will just put us back to square one, because at least 2, probably 2, maybe even all of them other teams above us will probably go and win again in the week, or most of them, and we'll be back to square one, 8-9 points behind, and we'll be saying it's impossible again. We've got to get it down to 3 or 4 points by January, really, if we want to mount a real serious charge. And then I'm hoping that fortunes change and we start picking up, maybe even bring a couple in January and see some difference. I think we will get there towards the end of the season, but I just think it's probably going to be a bit too late, certainly to challenge for the title. I mean, stranger things have happened. Chelsea I never thought would challenge for the title a few weeks ago when they lost to Arsenal 3-0, but they've gone on and won 9 games in a row. That could happen, I doubt it. I still think it's going to be difficult. I still think that the top 4 is probably out of our reach, but you never know. If we put a run together, we will wait and see. But as I say, I think Jose Mourinho is going to put a similar lineup to what he put out against Tottenham. I wouldn't expect too many changes after winning the game. Obviously, Mkhitaryan's going to have to come out. I think the back 4 will probably stay similar to what it was. Valencia will come out. He will probably put Blind in at left back and Darmian in at right back. That's what I presume, unless he goes for Fosu Mensah or Ashley Young. But that's what I would go for at this moment in time. I think Darmian's probably better on the right, but he has been playing him on the left, so we'll have to wait and see. Midfield, I would keep it the same. The only other change in the team that I would actually make is obviously Mkhitaryan's going to have to come out, so we're going to have to put either Juan Mata out wide. Maybe Rooney comes back in, he changes it. Rooney has played out wide at times. I mean, I doubt we're going to see Memphis. Martial will probably keep his place because Lingard hasn't been seeing too much football lately. Maybe even see Rashford out wide. That's the only other change I can see happening in the team. I reckon besides them 2, I reckon it will be the same starting lineup. I would have said that Martial would probably come out, but I'm not too sure he will now, considering Mkhitaryan is out injured. Martial wasn't nowhere near at his best against Tottenham. Really needs to get some consistency in his game. Start scoring goals on a more regular basis, because we haven't got enough goals for it going forward. Scoring goals, certainly. We've only scored 20 Premier League goals this season, which is abysmal for Manchester United. We should be hitting the 25-30 at least this season, and if he'd hit 4 or 5 goals, we would be up to about 25, 26 goals maybe if he'd got that, and maybe someone else had chipped in with another couple. That is really disappointing. Martial's only got 1 league goal all season, which is really a shame. He got 11 league goals last season. I was hoping this season he could hit on and maybe hit 14, 15 league goals, but that seems like it's going to be too far off this season. Hopefully his form will improve though, and his goal scoring will go up as the season goes on. We're going to have some difficult problems to keep Crystal Palace at bay though, because they're scoring goals. Christian Benteke up front, Wilfried Zaha, who was once playing for us, scored a good goal the other day, but Benteke is a real threat up front. He can score goals, he's a handful. Was the player that I was thinking maybe Manchester United could have a few years ago when he was at Aston Villa and that. but he didn't seem to work out at Liverpool. But I still think he's a decent player and can score goals. Maybe not the best of strikers, but did have quite a good goal scoring record at Aston Villa in his time there. Just wasn't utilised enough at Liverpool, but can really cause us problems. It's going to be, I mean, it's not going to be straightforward. It's never straightforward for Manchester United in the Premier League in most games this season, but I'm hoping Manchester United can get over the line. They haven't got Balassi this season, so we haven't got to contend with him. Obviously, he moved on. The last time, obviously, we played these was the FA Cup final, and we did go 1-0 down, but we did come back to win that. And I think we're going to win this one. I'm going to put my neck on the line and say we win this again. This one, 2-1. Come on, Manchester United, can make it 2 wins in a row. Then hopefully we can look forward to some better times for Manchester United, moving slightly up the league. Because if one of them teams above us, the likes of Liverpool or Man City or someone, slip up during the week and we win, then the gap is close to even closer. So, or even if Tottenham will slip up as well, then we could get even closer to Tottenham as well. So we could start thinking of moving up into 5th position, then look at moving up into 4th position. It would be fantastic, because if Manchester City were to slip up against Watford, I know it's about unlikely, but Watford are quite well up the table in 7th. They've got a really difficult game against Arsenal coming up on the weekend. So this could be really a testing time for Man City, because they're not looking too clever defensively, certainly not themselves. So if they could slip up this week and we could win, then we would be a lot closer to them. If they could even draw that game, I know it's unlikely at home to Watford, but Watford are playing quite well. Then they're going into that Arsenal game under massive pressure. It will be no winning 3 in the Premier League. Who knows? We will just have to wait and see. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you.